Hey gamers, in this video we're going to be going over MAWLR Graveyard, which is a map on Killzone 3. We're going to begin by looking at the map overview here, and you'll be able to see that the map is cut into two halves, and in order to get to the other half you really have to go through only 3 different choke point areas. So if you can get your team organized to create bottlenecks in those 3 spots, not only is your entire team going to rack up the kills, but you'll be able to complete your objectives much easier. If you can get around and flank your enemy like I'm doing here, then you can try to push them back to the other side of those bottleneck positions. It gives you and your team the major advantage on this map. If you're able to actually push your enemy back behind those choke points, what you're going to need to do on all 3 sections is create a base of operations for you and your team. The best way to do that is to repair these weapon caches. By doing that, it's giving you and your teammates a place to resupply before they jump in and go into battle. MAWLR Graveyard isn't quite as big as it looks. If you look at the map overview, you'll see this huge map with the crusher in the middle, and it looks pretty menacing. But actually, a lot of the areas on the map are not playable. You can't walk on a lot of the junk piles, and it's just not quite as big as it seems. So keep that in mind. If you end up falling in battle like I did here, and you notice that a lot of your teammates are in the vicinity, give them a chance to come and help you. There's going to be a couple of medics out there. They're going to be able to get experience points, and they'll be grateful if you just give them an extra few seconds to revive you. I've found through playing this map that for some reason this right-hand side entryway is the easier of the 2 to flank. I'm not sure exactly why. I mean, both of them are exactly the same, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure if it's the fact that after you go through this room and you get outdoors, there's a nice little open area for you to help defend and push your enemy back behind another doorway. But whatever the case may be, if you can get on this side of the door and hold them here, they're really going to have a hard time coming back and winning. If your enemy realizes what you and your team's plan is to jump through this flank, whether it be in operations or in Warzone, you can use these tunnels to your advantage. Be careful. A lot of times you will run into the enemy running into the in the opposite direction, but if you can get up into this room, it usually will surprise your enemy 100% of the time. Search and destroy is probably one of my favorite features of Warzone. For whatever reason on this map, it is extremely difficult against a halfway decent team to push this flank, or any flank for that matter, with this game mode. These objectives are way in the back corner, they're hard to get to, and can very easily be defended. However, if you're able to push one of the flanks, have 1 or 2 of your guys hold it, and then all the rest of your team will have a nice easy avenue to get all the way up to this point, like we've done here. If you can get all the way behind and really cause some havoc, then you're going to be a step ahead of the game. You'll notice in this section here that my partner here has gone down, and so with just me, there's no way I'm going to be able to push through their defenses. So what we've done is, if you look on the mini-map, my teammates are coming from the opposite side, so they're flanking from the left, and I'm mostly just causing a distraction here on the right to keep them busy. You'll notice that it's going to work out extremely well. We're going to collapse here on the enemy, and they really don't have a chance. So now we're on defense of Search and Destroy here on MAWLR after we completed our offensive objective. And the best thing on defense to do as an engineer is set up your bot. Set up your turret in the best place possible. And the thing that I always say in this video and in my previous videos is that you really need to watch the back or the flanks of your bots. They'll last a lot longer, and they're going to be a lot more efficient if you can hold the sides and the back end of your turrets.
Mission accomplished. Target successfully defended. Repeat. Target is standing. We showed him. target areas and hold them as long as possible. Don't let them fall into enemy hands.
Capture and hold in Killzone 3 is just like domination in Call of Duty or conquest in Bad Company. Essentially, you have 3 different points to hold on the map, and it's your job to hold them. Make sure you get with your team to figure out who's going to be holding which objective. If you happen to lose an objective, try to get it back by yourself. Don't call a code blue and have your entire team rush over to give you a hand, because chances are they're busy doing something of their own. So go slowly, get your objective back, and then get into a good spot so you can defend it by yourself. Just remember that it really doesn't matter how good or poor your teammates are at playing the game. As long as you guys have good communication and a solid strategy in place, you're going to be really hard to beat. And that goes with this game and any other first-person shooter.
Well done, gentlemen. We kicked their asses all the way to Paris.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the full Killzone 3 guide at battlestrats.com. Come improve your game.